Welcome back, everyone. Hundreds of residents committed to ending sexual abuse and violence will march in support of victims and survivors on Saturday during the Center for Family Justice's 7th annual Walk a Mile in Her Shoes event. The chairman of all of this, Gary McNamara, is here with me in studio to talk all about it. Nice to have you with us. Folks know you from your long career as a chief. You're now at Sacred Heart University working in public safety.
I am, yes.
So you know these topics well. Talk about this walk and the importance to it.
So April is Sexual Assault Awareness Month. So every April now for the past 7 years, the community, the center, the Sacred Heart University, and the local police departments around the Center for Family Justice, we walk a mile. It's really to bring awareness. Some support financially. People register and they can provide a donation, but it's really to bring the community together to stop talking about it and really showing the support for the victims of sexual assault and sexual violence.
Clearly, both men and women can be victims here, but talk to me and talk to other men. What do you think men are missing in this conversation when it comes to highlighting the problem?
So we know that most of the offenders are men of sexual assault. However, most of the men are not offenders. So what we want to do is continue to encourage men and boys to recognize that they can play an important role in changing the dialogue so that it's not acceptable to commit sexual assault. And so we're kind of having those conversations. There's a white ribbon campaign. Sacred Heart University held an event with some of the sports teams, some of the male students and female students, to get them collectively together and in the region to kind of talk about that and say we can have an impact in changing it.
All right, growing up, Mom said don't put your feet on the furniture. We're making an exception this morning.
That's right.
I'm going to have you put your foot up here because I want to give folks at home a feel for what you were up to. I don't know if we can drop the super or not. Talk to me about strategy. You've been doing this for 7 years. You're going a mile. Now, Erica Arias, I have seen run from one side of the building to another, but you don't have as much experience.
Yeah, there is no strategy. It's really just walking that mile and surviving that mile. 7th year, so I've kind of gotten good at it. These are the shoes that I've worn every year. I don't need a new pair. There's really no strategy. It's just walk gingerly. And really, the strategy is there's really significance in putting some shoes on and walking to show that support.
So we're going to get a couple laughs certainly out of that, but talk to me on a more serious note. To see faces, you've been at it for 7 years. What is that like for you to see folks really impacted by all of this?
It started with a conversation. This year we have the Connecticut hurricanes leading our way, so we're going to have music. It's really important to collectively get out there as a community and don't talk about it. Really, this shows the action. Sometimes it's easy to talk about what you would do and how you'd solve the problem. To really walk and collectively get together as a community really means a lot.
And because you're here, I need to ask, I think we can issue a challenge to our viewing audience this morning. You're always looking sharp, but you're wearing jeans today and you're doing it for a reason.
Today is National Denim Day, and the whole point behind that is, again, to bring awareness to the fact that victims of sexual assault are victims not because of what they wear. There's been discussion about, well, he or she was the victim because of what they wore. And what we're saying is, specifically when it comes to denim jeans, you're not the victim because of what you wear. So we're in support of that at Sacred Heart University and around the country.
What can you say to folks at home who might be watching and either want to support and help out or may be a victim and they don't know where to turn?
There are a lot of resources. It's sometimes difficult to come forward to the police, so there are resources. Connecticut Coalition Against Domestic Violence and Sexual Assault coalitions in the state do operate in every region. You know, come out for the walk on Saturday. If you can't do that, find the resources in your area. There will be people there who can help you.
All right, we'll get some links up on our website. We're wishing you the best of luck. Do us a favor and send us a picture from the finish line.
You got it. All right, thanks.
All right.